Make sure you guys have good posture.
TGIF, everybody, it's time for HammerFist Fightcast here at MMA Fight Pass live from the Spike and Rail in Selma, California. Man, look at this team I got here, guys. No trespassing tonight. I got the Anaconda back, Tom Owens, Big James, Brother Julio, Angel, and Mike Moreno's in the house, man.
And Paulo Duro.
That's it,
Paulo
man.
He's in here. We're out here.
We got a deadly crew here tonight, dude.
Let's chop it up, man. Kick it over, Anaconda, whatever you
Fuck,
want.
dude, it's been a hell of a week, man. It's been a crazy week, dude.
Vent to us.
But it's been a blessing week too. These last couple of months, I've been going through some kind of crazy stress and depression, and not really putting time on the mats like before. And just this last week, thank God to Archie and Chris, I reunited with some old friends over there at Elite Visalia with Tom Knox and a bunch of the guys there. And man, dude, just feels good, man.
Some of those youngsters are brutal, huh?
Yeah, man. We went in there and we shot a little episode and got to roll with those Cisneros brothers and
that was a dope little episode I seen that shit.
Thank you. Yeah, that's our new thing that we're gonna be doing.
They're tough out there, bro.
They're tough, man.
Tom Knox is a beast.
I just got
Fucking
choked.
awesome, bro. That guy's
He's amazing.
Very good.
I got choked in like 30 different ways, bro. In 5 minutes, man. It was great, dude.
It was great. Yeah, that's good. That's when you know you love it. When you say I got choked 30 different ways, it was
For
great.
getting choked, right?
Yeah. And punched in the face.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyhow, man. But how's your guys' week going?
Yeah, update us, Mike, man. It's been a minute, man. I got to
Bro,
see you.
it's
Let us
going
know
down,
what's
bro.
happening.
It's been actually at one point it was kind of like not good for me. You know what I mean? I went through a little episode in life. This was a while back, and then I got back on it, and I actually hit up my boy Ralph. You guys, everybody knows Ralph Alvarado here, right?
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, so like I hit him up to help me, get back on the training and get back into the gym and stuff, and we were working together for a good minute, building some guys, and we went through a gym, a few different gyms, different locations. But long story short, I'm gonna be teaching in Parlier with Bubba from starting next month, 8 to 9.
Right on.
So it's gonna be a permanent location for us, and we're gonna join forces and pretty much just fuck shit up.
Are you from Parlier?
Originally, I am from Parlier. Even like when I first started training, I was always like, man, I gotta come back to Parlier and fucking teach everybody everything I know. You know what I mean? So like ultimately, my ultimate goal was to go back to Parlier and build some fighters there. Yeah. But now I got a family, and where I live at is Sanger Unified. So really, what I'm looking to do in the future is open up Rocha Jiu-Jitsu in Sanger. That's the ultimate goal, only because I want to invest in where my kids are going to be at. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Smart.
And I want my, like in my mind, I envision as soon as my son gets out of school, straight to the gym. After the gym and we work out, then we go home. And he finishes his homework. We go to sleep. We call it a day. Do it again in the morning. You know what I mean? Like that's what I envision in my mind. That's why I want to be in Sanger. But right now, we're in Parlier and we're gonna do it 100%. And you guys are gonna see some new guys coming out of Parlier fighting on the amateur league real soon. In the next few months, we got a lot of promising talent coming out of that spot.
You guys got already some amateurs that are doing it, like 559 fights?
Not in 559 fights, but we got a couple guys that are booked to fight at the Wake House in Reedley in October.
Nice.
So we're gonna be working with Valley Fight Series and
Jordan
Bono. He's that guy's an awesome dude, actually, bro. He's donated a lot of waters to us.
He actually came by the gym on Tuesday night, was it? And he saw his younger brother, Brandon.
Yeah.
No, excuse me, his
It's like a stepson. Yeah, like a stepson.
Working out with us, and he brought, he's like, hey, can I bring you guys anything? Mike's like, yeah, a case of water. This guy showed up with like 12 cases of water.
That's awesome.
It's stacked, yeah. So we're like, all right, cool.
Yeah. He's all, actually,
I
talked to him today. He's all about nonprofit. And the guy, I mean, he's a coach. He's been a coach baseball, football, everything there in Reedley, and he's really into the kids and trying to give back to that.
To the
So
community,
even he
yeah.
said
It's
with
always
this
good.
event, it's, you know, you got to make a little bit of money. Obviously, you're not going to do it, but he said it's not personal. It's to try to contribute to some nonprofit program for a kid. So
Yeah.
that's positive. I mean,
I
we
respect
talk to
that.
promoters all the time, and we've seen them through the years.
Yeah.
And like right now, there's a lot of the hectic going on with all the different promotions.
There's a lot of shit that goes down. You guys got some good insight to how that works when Jeremy came on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gave a lot of really
Yeah, a
good
lot of
information
insight. Then we
about
had
how it works,
the flip side,
all
how
the fucking
Experience.
bullshit you
Yeah.
have to go through. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
it is. And I mean, a lot of them, you know, say they play by this and that too. But I mean, I hear a lot of stuff behind the scenes that it ain't true.
It's not all
And we
fun and
know
games.
it's business, not a personal thing. It's business. But you can't dictate somebody to do something if you don't do it. The roads go both ways.
Yeah,
You know, and
100%.
I mean, I've been in business for a long time, man.
100%.
And it just don't work that way, man. You got
Can't be
to,
taking advantage of people when they are trusting you
yeah.
with like a sports car or a hot rod.
Yeah,
You know, I can't
I
bring
mean,
a hot rod
I
here,
have
like
that-
I'm
I
gonna
deal
keep
with
the
that all the
price
job-
up
every
just so I
day.
can, make a couple
You know,
extra
we
bucks.
deal with it all the
You're
time.
gonna lose people like that.
And I
All
won't
about
take
respect,
someone
man.
else's
All about
business,
respect
man.
being-
Treat
I
people how
won't
you
do
want to be
it.
treated.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Law of the
and
land.
you got
That's
you
where
got
it
to do
goes.
that. Got to take care of the people that take care of you, man. And if you don't, you're not gonna go to war with anybody.
That's right.
That's
But
how
they're
it
not going
works.
to go to war with you.
Yeah, and that's true.
That's it right
You'll be the
there.
one man standing, and that's it. Don't work.
Can't be
Yeah, I've
like
noticed
Can't
the
be
ones
selfish.
that have
Gotta
stuck
give, gotta
around.
give.
Yeah.
The ones that have stuck around are not. They're not in it for the money.
Yeah.
You know, money might come along with it later on, but you got to be with it with your heart and your mind.
Yeah, it is, and it's not just like here, or whatever. It's all over. The only thing that changes is the face. Like when someone dies, you hear unfortunate things and pains they go through.
And
I
you
was,
find out who your real homies are.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
You see all the people, the fake people posting shit, RIP on Facebook, but when you go to their fucking
Yeah.
funeral, they ain't nowhere to be seen.
no one shows up.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, like they always
you go
say.
to their wake,
you know,
you try to fundraise for them, and where they at?
Yeah.
Nowhere, because they're fake.
That's
You see their
exact-
post on
that's
Facebook.
exactly-
He was a wonderful man.
Yeah, and you never seen him in like 20 years.
Where were you at
Like
when it
that.
counts though? Like
Yeah,
put your money where
and
your
that's
mouth
true.
is.
There's a lot, and unfortunately, bro, I know you got to grasp on what you're going, and we're all here to help you, whatever you go through. And unfortunately, it's a time, just the way society's going right now, where a lot of people's not dealing with this tension.
And you know
They're
what?
not used to it.
That's a beautiful part of the
People
jiu-jitsu
just need to-
community.
Yeah.
The jiu-jitsu community
Positive.
is so positive. It's so welcoming.
That's awesome.
Like me and Mike, not to pat ourselves on the back. Me and Mike are headed up to Reading tomorrow, and we're taking the canned food drive I announced last time.
Oh, right on.
Me and Mike are taking canned foods up there for the fire relief. And you know what? People started donating bags of clothes.
Yeah.
So we're taking bags of clothes too. And me and Mike are gonna head out of here like at 5 o'clock. And while we're up there, we're gonna just so happen to take
So
a
while
detour.
we're there-
Yeah. To go do. We'll get a
Kill
couple
two
of
birds
rounds.
with one stone, bro. We want to fucking
Yeah,
train still.
exactly.
And we got teammates up there that have been inviting us, so why not take the opportunity?
Where you guys gonna go?
That's what it's all about.
You're doing a good deed.
Yeah, I got one of Eduardo's black belts, Trifon. He's invited us to North Bay Jiu Jitsu and train with him over there. So he's pretty much one of our teammates. You know what I mean? And
Is Eduardo your main instructor, Mike?
yeah. That's our
word
guy
there.
right there, bro.
That's
When
like
he first
Leonidas to us.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah, that's
Professor Angel's Leonidas at Halo. You know?
It's been
He's a great guy. Yeah.
it's been a long crazy road for us when it comes to like the jiu-jitsu thing. And
When you started, because I remember my first memories of you was in WEC, I believe, out there in the
Yeah,
park.
yeah,
And,
yeah,
you
we were fighting outside.
Yeah, with Jasper and all those.
Yeah.
Jasper and then was your coach, right?
Yeah, Jasper was my.
Who was your
Muay Thai
jiu-jitsu
instructor.
back
I didn't
then?
have any really like any jiu-jitsu instructor. Like I didn't feel like I ever had somebody telling me or running a class where I was like, okay, let's go hip escape drills, go
sensei.
guard pass drills, go this that,
Yeah.
boom, and
What you
running
mean?
shit for us.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? But I got input from people who knew that came and trained with us, and that's how I kind of started mixing my wrestling with my jiu-jitsu and making and finding my way. You know what I'm saying? So I never had like an actual coach where I could say like I hit him up, I ask him questions, he
Yeah.
answers, I train with him on the regular, I see him on the regular. Never.
And you're
Man.
going through a system.
Yeah, yeah.
And now you have that?
And now recently we've acquired that.
How,
You know
now,
what I
how
mean?
do you know Angel?
Man, me and Angel's from Selma originally.
Yeah,
you know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Yeah, yeah, our
I'm
family's
from
from
Selma
Selma,
slash
yeah.
Parlier.
Have you guys been training together kind of back and forth the whole time or what?
Not the whole time, but like since FKA.
Yeah.
Since FKA is really where like where I remember
I
meeting
remember
this guy and
Blue
having
Jason.
that Von Flutie. Meeting
The Von Flutie choke?
dude, that guy's fucking awesome. I learned that shit from him, bro. And I've been running that shit all the time. But I met this guy over at FKA. Every time I would come down, he would always welcome me with open arms and talk about, you know, being in Selma and growing up in the barrio, you know what I mean, and where his mom stays at, and talking about. I'm like, damn, I'm from Selma too, bro. What the fuck? What's up? You know what I mean? And we just kind of kicked it off from there. And ever since then, we've just been cool. And every time we see each other, it's all mad love, and we talk shit, and it's just fun, bro.
We're real friends.
Yeah, bro.
Real friends.
Outside, and that's outside of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like outside of jiu-jitsu, like we're homies.
See,
Like I
that's
would
good.
like this is a good guy right here, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
Likewise,
mean?
brother. Yeah, I feel the same way about you.
Yeah.
Julio,
He's got a
great
fucking
energy,
good
all
drive.
you
One of
guys.
the most hardworking dudes right here, dude. You know what I mean? Like he pushes all the time, always fucking working hard, always doing something, never fucking sidelining.
Never says
always
no.
recognizing game.
Hey, you down to
know what I
train?
mean?
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, come on down.
I mean,
what time
you
you
know,
want to
that's
meet me
what it
there?
is.
You know,
And
we're
he's there.
friends. We're
That's what it
friends.
is.
It doesn't matter if you're from another school. Let's all get together.
That
Let's
don't mean
train.
shit.
There's no more I don't like politics.
Politics,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
okay to know what team you're on, but you know, be cool with the other teams and train with everybody.
Yeah.
I love that about you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You have a positive attitude.
I love when they walk in the gym. I'm like, yes, my boys are
And
here,
it's-
my
you
friends.
know what I'm
Let's
saying?
train together. They come over. I got a lot of new students. They're higher belts. So, you know, when they come in, they help out my students.
Yeah.
And, you know, when their students come in, I help theirs.
Always
And we all
share
we all
techniques
have
with each
fun,
other.
Share techniques, have
Exactly.
fun. Like from Mike, for instance, I think it was like 2010 when I started jiu-jitsu. You showed us the armbar drill back
Yeah.
in the day.
Way
and
back
I was
in the
like,
day.
I was so impressed by that. It's like it became our drill at the gym.
Was
Yeah.
this
And
before
then-
Speedy?
Yeah.
Before you hooked up with Speedy?
No, well, at FKA when Speedy was our coach, Mike and Ray Alvarado and Speedy were coaching at FKA. They were our professors there,
Okay.
and Mike would come in and train, and he was training with Mike was just an MMA fighter, but a purple belt already, training, and he was skilled. He's been in MMA for a while, one of the first fighters in
Straight
the
drop
valley.
leg kicks.
Yeah, and
And
His fight never went to the
and
ground.
so he showed us armbar drills. You know what I mean? I was impressed by that. I was like, that's one thing that stuck out, and
This is one of those things that you remember.
Yeah, yeah,
Ooh,
so,
that was
you know.
a dope ass drill. I need to keep that.
And sidelines,
Put that
I
in
don't
my
want to. I
file.
don't want to ever sit on the sidelines. I'm approaching tournament 100, and that's going to be next Thursday at the
100?
Master,
Lead by example.
Master World Championship.
Lead by example.
Yeah, I'm on 100 tournaments in under 8.5 years.
Very nice.
Yeah,
my
so
brother.
I'm excited. I'm ready, and I'm like, I feel like, I can't wait to get to 101 because I'm going to Japan next month. I'm leaving on the 4th, so I'm going to
No
be leaving the
way.
Asian International, which is actually my third time in Japan in 1 year.
What's that like going to Japan?
Oh my God, it's amazing. It's beautiful. They make
Yeah?
us look disorganized. I love America. We're
Can you
wild.
speak Japanese? A little bit?
The only thing I know to say is hi. Like when they come serve your food and like, do you want this? Like, hi. Do you want this? Hi. Who did I get that from? Yuji Goto, world champion out of Japan. We went out there and taught a seminar out there.
Yuji Gogo.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
master right
Yeah,
there.
nice guy. Went over there, hung out with him, went to dinner, and everything he ordered, like he had a long list of, I want that, I want that, I want that. And he's like, the ladies all learn, hi, hi, and that means yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
so,
hilarious.
It was just so funny. And he kept saying, he goes, hi, and he kept saying it, and I'm like, dude, I love that. It just, the way it stood out, it's just funny to me, but it's meaningful.
And
Yeah.
that guy's super cool. When I went to Brazil for the Worlds,
Yeah.
he was over there with Yuki Nakai.
Okay, Yuki
And
Nakai
they
was
were
over there.
And they were we were training in the Gracie Baja
Yeah.
gym together, and man,
Yeah.
they were just extreme gentlemen.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, they're
the
really something
nicest.
else.
So
Yeah.
nice. And who's
Willing to
Yuki
share.
Nakai? What's his nickname? Yuki Nakai?
I don't know.
Is
I
he
just
the
remember
Giant
Hicks
Slayer?
Gracie.
Is he the Giant Slayer or?
He was phenomenal. Did him
Yeah,
pride.
they called one the
All
Gracie
days,
Killer
dude.
and the Giant Slayer, and they were both there giving us medals. at
I just
the
remembered
tournament.
that
The Gracie
Gerard
Killer,
got him.
Sakuraba.
Yeah, Sakuraba.
Yeah.
Sakuraba's the one that I believe gave me my medal at the tournament.
Wow.
And then
He has fucking dwarf ears. That's how bad his cauliflower ears, bro.
That
shit's fucked up,
what I love about their venues when you compete, you got to take off your shoes over there at the
Yeah.
venue. So the venue is like so clean, and I'm like, God, this is amazing. As soon
And
as
how
you walk in the
respectful.
building, you're walking around barefooted.
And how respectful is that crowd when you're in there?
So respectful.
It's
And
quiet, right?
Yes, they're screaming. All I know is I was fighting some legends because when I was fighting them,
Yeah.
they did something to me. They're so like these dudes are big.
You could probably hear a fart
Because
rip.
you've competed in Brazil. You've competed in Brazil too, right?
I didn't compete in Brazil. I just trained at Gordo Jiu-Jitsu out there.
Okay,
Yeah,
were you
so-
in Brazil during the Worlds by any chance?
No, I wasn't. I just went out there and
Okay.
trained in 2013 for 10 days with Professor Tinguia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do you
so-
still compete?
It's been a while, man. It's
Yeah.
been a while, but I might do it again,
It was
man.
fun,
If I
There you go.
That's the
That's
girl.
it.
That's
That's
the
the
dude.
Get out there. It don't
Don't be
matter.
scared, homie.
I'm not.
Yeah, do
I'm
it.
not. I got no ego, man. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
ego's
I got
gone
no
a
ego
long
either.
time
I've been
ago.
tapped out so many times it doesn't.
My
I don't
thing
give a
is,
fuck.
it don't matter.
I don't give a shit either,
I'm
bro.
not worried
That's
about
the
it.
whole. That's the whole point. I tell a lot of my students.
That's how we
they
make
get
it in
so-
jiu-jitsu.
They get so fucking nervous, bro. And I'm like, you know what you gotta do? You gotta not give a fuck. Like literally, you gotta not give
Go
a
have
fuck.
fun,
I'll
man.
be
And if
honest
you
with you.
fucking win, you win. If you lose, you lose. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, there's
that's
like,
what you
hey,
really
I got
gotta
this
do.
guy in front of me that's like a multiple-time world champion. I'm all, you want to beat him and you want to try and kick his ass.
that's the
It's
guy you
okay.
want.
You know, be respectful to him. You know, shake his hand before. You guys fight during and shake hands after.
It's going
You
to be
know,
a
get you,
tremendous
yeah.
lesson.
I know
I know
too many
that-
people. I don't fight people. I fight their moves. I can't hate people. I can't hate somebody that has the same dream as me.
No.
That
So
the
being
way
a
your
coward.
attitude
Right?
is-
You'd be a coward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
stupid.
So it's like, in all, what that says is, it's okay. And you know, and if you're scared of somebody, if you have fear, I tell my students, they're not going to have a Uzi. They're not coming out to shoot you on the mat. You're okay. The worst thing you got to do is if you feel some discomfort, tap.
That's it. It's over. They'll stop. It's no big deal.
Tap,
Hey.
damn it.
You know what I mean?
And they don't know.
Tap.
They don't know you either, and they're going through the same thing. I don't care who they are.
Yeah, yeah.
If I see a cat like this on the other side of the mat, dude,
I'm like, okay, I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
try
you know
my
what?
best because he's gonna do something.
this
It's
dude is
not.
going to be real.
I learned
Right
that.
here.
I
Yeah, bring
learned
it
that.
down.
Yeah.
That's one of the big lesson that I learned from our professor Eduardo. The dude literally fucking takes naps before he competes and
Yeah.
in between matches.
Those are the most
He's
dangerous
fucking
guys.
taking naps, bro.
Yeah.
I swear to God,
That's
there's pictures of him like
relaxation,
this. Asleep in his gi next to the fucking scoreboard. And my boy's asleep. And he gets up and he's like,
Ready to go.
let's go. And he fucking wins.
He's amazing.
And he fucking wins,
That's
bro.
comfort and
I started
your
doing that
zone,
shit.
your art. Yeah,
I started
that's
doing
comfort.
that shit. I won second at Worlds last year, and I won Pan Am's this
Pan
year,
Am's
and
this year.
San Diego Open this year.
That's funny.
You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
He
you say
fucking
that.
takes sleep.
He's
That's
Why?
funny because when I came over, I hadn't got to the arena yet when Mike was competing last year at Worlds. And so I walk up and I'm like, where the fuck's Mike at? And then they're like, he's right there. And I looked down and there he was. He was trying to take it. Well, you know he was taking it. I'm not trying to.
I was studying some of your footage today in the Worlds in the blue belt division. Was that last year?
That was like 2000.
Sorry, everybody.
It's all right.
2009 maybe.
Now that was your
It was
first.
like 10
Everybody
years
has
ago,
that
bro.
was your first jiu-jitsu tournament.
Very first
Just
jiu-jitsu.
hop right into the
My
Mudails.
very first experience at all with the gi jiu-jitsu.
And man, you went out there and killed it. How
I
many
got
matches
second.
did you have?
I did like 7.
Because it looked like you tapped out like 5 dudes.
Oh yeah, I only lost my finals, and I guess there was like I don't know, I don't want to say like they gave an advantage.
Oh, it's
but,
wishy-washy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fucking call nobody
You have to
out.
win. You have to tap.
But I felt like I only got a small amount, a few minutes, and then they were like, okay, you got to get back on the mat. Dude had fucking a bye the round before me. And it's already it was late at night. They're about to close the venue.
Oh,
We're the
man,
last
yeah.
match. They were just waiting for me to hurry up and have my X amount of time that I have in between matches and hurry up and bye. You know what I mean? Type shit. And so I was like, well, fuck it, let's just go then. Fuck it, let's go. And at that time, I had been training for fights. I was like in that MMA time where my cardio was fucking stupid good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not anymore, but you know, back in the day,
You're still a beast.
you know what I mean?
Tacos.
And yeah, dude, I love
I want
fucking
some
eating,
right now.
bro.
Cutting some.
And so I ended up going against Dude, and I ended up losing to a clock choke. So I ended up getting second at Worlds. I went into that tournament thinking I was gonna compete as a white belt because I went there being a white belt.
Because you bought the blue belt.
I
at the
went there
tournament,
being
right?
a white belt, bro. I went there as a white belt.
'Cause
My
you can't
homies-
compete in the Worlds as a white
At a
belt.
white belt.
You got to be a blue belt.
My homie,
That was my
Absolutely,
dilemma.
absolutely.
too.
My homie was like, yeah, you're gonna do, you will sign you up, blah, 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 let's go, it's today. And I was like, today? Like, what the fuck? And so we went to fucking Long Beach, and he goes, here, just put this gi and this belt on and go.
ready. Dude, that's Karate Kid.
And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck's going on right here?
Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that?
is
Yeah,
awesome.
he gave me the fucking blue belt. They gave me the fucking. They bought my gi right there at the fucking venue. Like, I didn't even own a gi. I didn't have a gi. You know what I mean? They bought me the gi. They bought me the belt. They threw me on the fucking mat, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's go!" Blah. And
The rest
is
is
history.
history.
Yeah.
I
You know
remember
what I
seeing
mean?
that highlight video. You did great out
That
there.
shit was crazy,
That was
bro.
amazing.
That shit was crazy. I didn't know
Raw
what the fuck
talent.
I was doing, dude. I
Raw
had
talent.
no clue what I was doing. I was just.
Oh, you knew what you were doing. It's just a different atmosphere.
It was weird. I didn't- bro, I didn't even know how to properly do an armbar from guard at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, fucking pass,
Raw
hold
talent.
him there. It's what it is, though, bro. You know, I've come so far from that point to where I am now. That's why I was like saying earlier that it's been a rough journey. You know what I mean? I've gone through a lot of different shit, and have only had like a professor for the last couple of years since I've been a brown belt, because I hooked up with Eduardo through another homie of mine named Henry Cortez, who was already a black belt with him.
Cortez is a black belt under Hicks and Gracie, right?
Henry Cortez is a black belt under Eduardo.
Under Eduardo, which is under
Yeah,
Hickson.
he knows him. Like they had been already together, yeah.
Yeah, Henry
But
Cortez is legit.
yeah, but I know Henry through other mutual friends, and that's how we hooked up. And when Ralph and I first decided to be like, hey, bro, we need to fucking put down a lineage. We need to fucking have everything in order for our gym to move forward, especially for the rest of our students. We decided to fucking go and figure out, well, where should we go? What should we do? You know what I mean? And where can we find, something new to the area? And so that's when I reached out to them, and we ended
Where
up
is the Eduardo School located?
Oakland.
It's in Oakland.
He's in Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Does
in
he come
Oakland.
that make
He's
frequent
like
visits?
Riviera Oakland Jiu-Jitsu.
Too short.
What was
Hotel,
the fucking
baby.
shit,
So
bro?
when you go
What
over
was
there,
the
your bump is too
process
short.
like
Going to
for
Oakland.
you guys
There you go.
deciding
It's like, God, damn.
Yeah.
lineage,
Too
like
short.
the route you went? What was the process like? How many schools did you look at?
Well, we had a few options, you know what I mean? But like, at the end of the day, we were trying to figure out like what is new over here. You know what I mean?
right. New
What is
flavor.
something? Let's bring something different that's not here, so we can just be our own. Because
What
we
did you
kind
see
of
with
are.
Eduardo, though?
You know what I
What did you
mean?
see with
Old,
Eduardo?
old school jujitsu, old school,
Classical.
like classic old school. The way he runs, like when I first met him, I went to his seminar, which was at my buddy Henry Cortez's gym, the Fighters Corner in Salinas, California. Awesome dude. If you guys are in Salinas, holler at him because
Yeah, he's
that
really awesome.
that
Awesome
fucking kicks
dude.
ass. Okay, so I went to a seminar there where Eduardo was putting on a seminar, and it was just like classic shit that I had never experienced, but I've always wanted to.
Right.
Because I come from a wrestling background. I wrestled here in Selma. You know what I mean? I wrestled in Parlier, I wrestled at Fresno City, all local, but I never had that classical jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu experience. And because of that, and I wanted to add to my wrestling repertoire, I went with that. You know what I mean? And I really pushed for that because it was old school shit. You know what I mean? And that's what I wanted to bring.
And it's
So,
a
and it was
different
different, and it was
What
a
about
different.
that feeling of having a sensei, though?
Yeah, exactly, bro. And it was a whole different team. Nobody had that.
Sensei.
No, there is no Eduardo Rocha BJJ or Ribeiro BJJ here in the valley. And now
True.
there is.
Yeah, exactly.
And now there is. You know what I mean? And we formed a small town coalition, and it's Reedley, Parlier, Selma, and Fowler. You know what I mean? And it's a small town coalition to where we're all together, we're all linked up, and we all train together, and we all compete together as one. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that was the goal. You know what I mean?
That's great that
And
you
so
guys
that's what
do
we're
that
trying to do
because
right now.
you're competing with larger towns like Visalia, and then you have Fresno, and
Yeah.
even Bakersfield.
One-
Going crazy.
One of our schools
Going
alone
crazy.
can't compete with the bigger.
Yeah.
It just can't. The numbers it just doesn't happen. It doesn't equate. You know. So we link together. You know
See,
what I
that's
mean?
the right idea right there, man. That's what I've been focusing on, and I'm starting to see it happen. For a while, I didn't think it could happen. Everybody kind of had their little ego going and everything, and my team
Yeah,
is
I
my
don't
team.
like-
But I'm noticing it with you. Like, you let anybody come to your gym.
Yeah.
I'm
You guys
not, I'm not
invite-
insecure about it though.
You
I
have
know
to.
who I
You have
am.
to.
I know who my
And you don't
students
care
are.
if somebody comes in and
I don't
taps
care
you.
if you're from another school, you come in, do yeah. It ain't like you tap me. So what? It's jiu-jitsu. Everyone gets tapped, dude. I'm on tournament 100. Think I haven't been tapped? Think I haven't tapped a group of people out? Yeah. I mean, it's all the same. It don't matter. We
Right.
all tap. We
You're
all
learning,
tap
you're
people.
working.
So what is jiu-jitsu? We're
It's
having
awesome,
fun.
man.
I love it. I look
Yeah.
at it like that, you know. I got one affiliate myself, you know. It's, yeah.
And man,
Yeah.
this is like truly,
Yeah.
because I've tried all kinds of different martial arts, and none of the other martial arts are
They don't really
brotherhood
work.
like this.
They don't really
Not
work.
only that, they don't. Not that's another thing. But what I've noticed is the when you get on the mat with somebody and you share that's a bond, man. That's
Yeah.
a super strong bond. You're getting beat up, you're beating people up, but there's respect all the way around. And
Yeah.
man, you gain something from that.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
really gain something from that.
Yeah, you need a different kind of body to roll with or a different style so you can, you know, feel it because you get used to your own students.
And what about just
you're
getting
like,
worked
or
over what it
teammates.
does for you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta get
Yeah.
beat up a
You
little
go
bit.
home a happier.
That's what-
You go home a happier
Yeah, I'm
dude.
ready, man. Let's get beat up on me. I don't care. It's cool. I'm gonna get better. Thank you.
It's good, man. So I hear that there's a big tournament coming to Fresno.
Yes.
What's the word?
Okay, Fight to Win Pro. Yes, December 7th.
You
It's
just
amazing.
signed up.
Yeah?
It's happening. I fought on that show in San Jose and it was fun.
Yeah.
And I really liked
Is
it.
that the one where you fought Gumby?
Yes.
Okay, so who's running that?
Seth Daniels.
Okay.
Yeah. Him and his crew, great guy, does a lot for jiu-jitsu.
Is it
I
just
don't-
gi?
It's gi and no gi.
All right.
And purple belt and above. And you do get paid for the submissions. You know.
Really?
Yeah. And
So you get paid if you're tapping people?
Yeah, if you tap somebody, you get paid, and you also get a commission on the ticket sales.
So,
Yeah, that's what's awesome about the
Really?
show. It was just, I'm so stoked that it's coming to Fresno.
Where's it
you know.
gonna be at,
It's
Fresno?
gonna be one of the venues, possibly downtown, like Sound Arena or something like that. But it's gonna be fun.
This is amazing, guys.
Yes.
This is
Fight to Win
freaking
Pro,
amazing.
December 7th, Fresno,
I haven't seen
California.
nothing like that in this area.
Yeah.
Archie, sign up,
It's
man.
just an honor to be able to
Sign
We'll
up.
get Archie signed up.
like have that, you know. I encourage everybody to sign up here. You know, if you do jiu-jitsu in the valley and you're purple and above, sign up. It's a great thing. It's positive and
Is
you
it
know, when
only adults?
I talked to Seth and I'm like, we need to bring that show to
No, it has
Fresno.
kids
There's
too,
so
I
much
think. Oh, there's
going.
kids too?
There's so much going. There's the kids can also fight on the show.
Okay, yeah,
as well.
there you go.
You know, there's so much going on with, you know, jiu-jitsu in the valley where I'm like, you got to bring the show here.
Yeah.
So, you know, we talked a little bit and, you know, thank God that he's bringing it because it's a big step to make a decision to bring a show that big. You got
Yeah.
20,000 viewers online. So for him to bring it to Fresno, I got so
20,000
much
views
respect for
online.
him.
That's a lot.
He's, you know, things are changing in the valley. And, you know, coming to Fresno and, you know, him coming to Fresno with the Fight to Win Pro, it's a great thing for all of us jiu-jitsu
there's a
players
lot of
out here.
quality fighter, jiu-jitsu
A lot of quality
and
fighters out
here
here, a lot of
local.
world champions everywhere around here.
Badasses,
Yeah,
bro.
badass.
I know, what's with Joe Soto? I've been-
Hey, bro, shout out to your fucking shirt,
Strata.
dude. Shout out to your fucking shirt, bro.
what
That
about-
shit is
Oh,
dope.
there you go.
Yeah. What about this?
America,
And
motherfucker.
what about this?
Miracle, baby.
Oh, that's old school throwback.
Support the
Yeah, there you
helmet, Unibomber. He's gonna be fighting. He's coming up.
Unibomber, you walk out like that. Yeah.
Man, if I don't show the shirt, he might punch me in the face Monday.
Yeah.
That looks like a pit, like the pit.
It is kind of like that.
Yeah.
He kind of bit off the other, didn't they? It's all right.
It's alright, it's still a dope shirt.
So,
Okay.
Unibomber, that's kind of
The
crazy.
Unibomber.
Yeah.
The Uni Bomber.
Unibomber, baby.
Uni.
Hey, man. And so you guys took off to a tournament this last weekend.
Yeah, we were down in Cerritos College
Break it
with the
down for
kids.
us. How'd they do?
You know what? They probably didn't do as good as they wanted to, but they did great overall. I'm proud of my kids. I'm proud of their effort. Like I told them, and me and Coach Mike say, you know, we'll never be upset at you if you lose. Now, if we go out there and we see that you don't perform to your full potential and at least try, then we might have an issue. But even then, we're not going to be hard on
Don't
them.
worry
Not
about
at
the
the
time,
moment,
bro. We're
you know?
having a good time.
Well, we have a couple of kids that do great. Excuse me?
No, go ahead.
We're talking
Yeah.
shit, bro. My
Yeah.
God.
We got a
Anyways,
commercial coming up, right,
Yeah,
Tom?
I think there's a commercial coming up.
We're good, bro.
Okay.
No quebradas, bro.
Hey, we keep
Anyways,
Order
so,
another
yeah.
round, bro.
So
Fuck
yeah, our kids did good. We had 2 kids place silver, 2 place bronze, and nobody brought home gold. But we were about a couple of seconds away from a submission to bring home gold a couple of times.
But trip on this though, because I remember just being when I was a blue belt traveling around with my kids team, and it was always a situation where I'd go to these big tournaments, and I'd be a blue belt coaching, you know what I mean, against black belts. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
It's intimidating.
intimidating.
It
Yeah.
could be intimidating.
Or like down there in Cerritos, you got these 10th Planet guys, which are Eddie Bravo's people, and
Yeah.
it's like, man, like that's Eddie Bravo's
And
people.
you see
know,
that,
and
yeah.
you see them there, and they're all rolling around in their 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu shirts, and then one of our kids does really good against them and
Yeah.
actually beats them.
Yes.
And you're like, wow,
That's the
like,
greatest
all right,
feeling.
we're doing something good. We're channeling the right energy.
That means
Must be doing something right.
We're building on what we're doing
Jiu-jitsu.
right, you know?
Even when we were like small town wrestling, we would always want to beat the big schools.
Yeah,
you
we
know
grew
what I
up
mean?
like that.
Because we're like just the underdogs. You know?
Don't
No
you
one's on the
agree,
pedestal.
though?
No one's going on a pedestal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you can't go on a pedestal. I won't put you there.
The moves, if you apply
Sorry.
the moves if you apply the moves correctly, they apply the same on any man.
Absolutely. Anyone can get tapped out. You could stop their breathing. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care who they are, you know.
Shit, those karatas.
They can stop ours too, so we better defend.
That's been happening to me a lot lately.
Yeah. Man, I get choked. I mean, I teach my students some good
Start
stuff, and they're
grappling
like,
with the
oh, me,
turtleneck,
like,
huh?
oh, I'm like, that's
Fuck!
good
I should
crap.
have showed you that shit.
Yeah, no, but you gotta remember, if you're good and you're getting good, the people around you are gonna get good.
That's
You
right.
gotta be able to accept that. Also, never make it in the art.
If you can't accept that, it's a huge problem.
You're
I
done.
was
huge
telling him, I
problem.
hope
Yeah.
you fucking tap me out because then that means I got to step up my game
It makes
and
you
I
look-
get better.
it makes
That means
You know what I
look
mean? I
You're
teach
that
you
good
what
of a
I'm.
coach.
I tell you what I'm
Absolutely,
doing
and I
because
love it.
I want you
I'm
to
like,
stop
wow.
and shut it down so I can figure out how to make that better. And that's how it fucking gets
Yeah.
better. You got to tell them exactly what you're doing, when you're doing it, and why you're doing it, and how you're doing it, so that they can understand it. Try to shut it down, and then you can make that better, and it'll work on somebody that don't know what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Like Cole Franson, you know,
Beast.
He's a beast. He's
Beast.
a young man. He's at my gym now.
Is that your student? Is he your student?
He started with me. He went down with Mauricio Tinguia when he went to college. You know, he went to Fullerton and he went there
Yeah.
purposely to be next to Master Tinguia.
Yeah.
Trained with him for 4 years, came back. Now he's a black belt.
And he's here now?
Yes, he's at my school now, my academy. He's going to be fighting in the Fight to Win Pro in
Yeah.
Anaheim and in the one in Fresno.
Ooh,
Right
right.
on.
Yeah. So,
Is he into MMA too, or is he just a
he's
jiu-jitsu
thinking
guy?
about it. But the young man is phenomenal. He's just came in, never been in a fight in his whole life. Such a great young man.
He loves
His
it,
jiu-jitsu
too.
is so amazing.
You can tell he
is
loves it.
He's one of the. I truly believe he's going to be one of the best in the world, if not the best. That's my opinion about the young man. And when he went to Seattle, he won the open division every weight class.
Wow.
At black belt, his debut at black belt, he won the open in Seattle.
That's crazy,
The
man.
dude is a freak. Fucking love you, Cole.
You have to go on-
Crazy haired motherfucker.
He's the man.
That guy's awesome, bro.
He's a great young man.
I remember when
Professor Cole, baby.
I remember the first time I met Cole. He was at FKA, and that's the
That's where he
first time I
started
met
with
a
us.
lot of guys, bro. And he was just a young kid, bro. He was like, hey, I'm out here. I'm trying to learn jiu-jitsu.
We got our
I
blue belt.
love it. It's
We got our
tight."
blue belt together.
Yeah, and then,
Yeah, we're the first crew at FK with blue belts.
Dude,
You
that-
know what I mean? And Cole was with this young man, 16, standing next,
Yeah,
training
that's
with
what I'm
men.
saying.
You know what I
Exactly,
mean? That's how
exactly.
he got so good. He's just a monster. I'm so proud of that kid.
That fool's cool, man.
So
He's a man. I call him a kid because I grew up with him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
me too.
I call him a kid because when I met him, I was already over 21.
Yeah.
I was more than 21. He was still
He's
a
24
teenager.
now. He's 24 now.
Yeah,
but
he's-
you know he'll
he's a
always
young
be.
man now.
He'll always,
He is a young
he's a
man.
young man, and he'll always be that young man that came into our academy to me
Yeah.
because he grew up with us.
Yeah.
And God, couldn't be more proud of
He's
that
always
guy.
gonna be that
good.
young
That's a
kid.
good story.
He's the nicest guy. Nicest kid.
Hollywood
Nicest-
Cole.
Hollywood Cole, babyface assassin. He has all kinds of nicknames. You know, he'd come on the show one time. You know, like if you guys
Oh,
ever
definitely.
invited him, he's
He has cool hair, bro.
Yeah.
Not like us.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's-
T
he's-
Baldhead,
he's one
what's
you wanna
up?
call him, bro.
T Baldhead, what's up, motherfucker? Hashtag, bitch.
Yeah.
I got fresh shade today, bro.
There you
Hey,
go.
there
I've been
you go.
growing hair for a while, but hey, I feel
Hey,
my
what happened to
cantaloupe.
that?
Hey, I know.
It's
I
all
peel my
good. It's all
cantaloupe,
good. You
know.
got 3 homies of the bald head.
Hey, but I peel my cantaloupe too. You know what
The
I mean?
Bald Head
I go
Coalition,
slick,
son.
slick, look, you know
What's
what I mean?
up?
It's all good.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mad at you.
Hey,
bro.
I
Don't make
can't,
this
I
baby
can't rock
low
the
ball.
What happened to that
white supremacist. I'm
Oh,
paying.
you like that? Oh, you like the Super Mario?
What happened to that mustache you're
I'm gonna
sporting?
grow it back. The story behind that mustache is
That's the
you saw-
80s porn
you saw
star
the-
mustache.
You saw the, whatever it is, the Gunsmoke mustache,
Yeah.
Super
Cheech
Mario,
and Chong.
Cheech and
Tombstone.
Chong.
Doc
I look
Holliday.
like Cheech when I grow it, you know, because I kind of look like Cheech, and then I grow the Cheech mustache. It's over. So
Hey, that's
you
what
know,
we should do. Have a Cheech and Chong version.
I'm gonna grow
of
it back.
Bro, you should come out with the Cheech and Chong rash guard.
Yeah, up in
Yeah.
smoke,
And just
man.
fuck
Up in
somebody
smoke.
up like a stoner, dude. That would be
With
That mustache is
You know
back
what?
there.
And the stash, you gotta have the stash.
Joe Rogan will
I'm
be so
gonna
jealous.
fucking do that.
Hella jealous, bro.
Up in smoke.
Hella jealous. Rogan
You know
would be
what?
like, I wish I
Good
came
idea,
up with
Mike.
that
Thank you.
fucking Cheech and Chong rash guard.
If you need a
God
percentage
damn
on
it.
the sales, let me know.
Nah, Blair.
Nah, no, I'm just
But that would be dope.
that'd be funny. Yeah, Cheech
I'm
and Chong.
thinking now.
I'm
I got a homie in Pakistan.
Absolutely.
He'll
I
make
got
that
like-
shit, bro.
I think we all got those friends over there.
Tell me
Those
this.
motherfuckers hit people up on the regular on
gonna
Facebook.
say.
Excuse me, sir. Hi, I am.
No, dear sir.
Yeah, dear sir, I am such and such from Pakistan. We are a manufacturing company.
They got
blah,
it all.
blah, 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 blah. And we make this and we make that and we'll put your logo on
They're
this.
nice as can be too.
Dude, they're
hella
fucking awesome,
friendly.
bro. They
I
kick
talk to
ass.
this
We got a
every
good
day.
hookup now, but there's one dude I deal with from there, and I bought a couple rash cards. They were fire. They were bomb. They were
Right.
Like, they were
So I was
nice.
gonna ask
I
you.
got
Then he
robbed by
sent-
them
then he sent
motherfuckers
100
too, though.
over, and they were all kid sizes and stuff. I got burnt. Oh. But my kids are G'd up though. Because I got over 180 students.
Yeah,
So
son.
yeah.
All their kids were riding, bro.
Yeah,
They're like, what's up? What's
they're all
up? What's
flying
up?
around. They're like,
That's dope.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. You're not doing a jiu-jitsu gym right around here unless you got some Pakistani homies hitting you up.
But you got to be careful because if you open your inbox and say hi, be careful.
It's over
That means
all
that
day.
they're already going to send it to your front door, so be careful. then the next day you already look at your front door. Oh man, I shouldn't have said hi. They're there already.
Yeah,
Hey, bro, and
it's
even
already
gotta
if,
pay for 'em.
even if you fucking tell them I'm not interested, they be
Oh,
sending you.
it's nonstop,
Visit my
bro.
website. Look at this. Why not? How are you? Please answer me.
And they're
This.
serious,
I'm
too.
like,
They'll
fuck,
get it,
bro.
I know.
Bro,
I got you, man.
Fuck,
$20
get the fuck out of here.
Damn, the
Leave me
key's up
alone,
in the
player.
house.
Shit.
Careful,
I
you
said
gotta know the
no.
right one. You
Yeah,
know?
I bought a sweater online like that, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You got to make sure that it's legit. You know what I mean?
I actually Skyped and FaceTimed one of the guys because I didn't know if it was like a bot or something, like or who's doing these things.
Yeah, it's a bot.
And so
You
I'm
ain't
sitting
lying.
there at home and I'm like, I FaceTimed the guy and he was a cool dude, man. He was just like in some little
Yeah.
ghetto little room. He's like, this is my office, bro. And
Sweatshop.
hey, that
they're
dude has
legit.
not gave up, bro,
Sweatshop.
every day. Straight up sweatshop.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't think it was appropriate.
Yeah, they'll send it up, man.
Hey, you
know
should
what I
have
mean?
told them, hey, bro, lift up the secret hatch that shows the,
Hey.
the fucking underground sweatshop.
Hey, the sweatshops are
Like,
bumping.
let me see
though.
that fucking-
The sweatshops are bumping out there. You know what I mean?
Damn, bro.
They're just embroidering out the sweatshops.
Everything.
Just
Everything.
Whipping
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
Get that done, crack.
Hurry up, bitch.
It's like, you better get that done.
Angel needs his rash guards.
We want adult size rash guards, my man.
Come on, Ahmed. Thank you, come again.
Yes. But that's awesome,
No,
guys.
no offense. My bad. Lord, I apologize.
Hey, this is the PG-13 podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I thought it was rated. I thought it was rated R. It's not.
I think we can do whatever we want. We're online.
This is fucking.
It's whatever.
And they started censoring
But you
people
know, we're
online.
humans. You know, we speak. We got
Nah,
communication.
we're just
we
being
cuss.
real, man.
Yeah,
it's
we're just
all
talking
real.
shit.
You know what I
That's
mean?
what it. That's just.
Life is good.
As long as you don't grab them by the pussy, we're good.
I like
Wind up getting
I just caught a case of the Trumpies right there.
Merca, motherfucker, Merca.
Who said that one? Who said that? Whose slogan was that though? That said that? I
Caught a
forget.
case of the Trumpies?
Trumpy, huh? He said it.
I don't know. I
Hey,
know.
listen, so jujitsu, guys, is fucking awesome.
President Trump's a pimp, man. People are just.
I like him, bro.
Yeah,
I'm down
me
for
too.
him.
I
I like
voted
that
for
for
him.
him.
I voted for him.
I'll ride with him.
I didn't vote for him, but I'm cool
Build
with him.
it.
I'm cool with
Build it,
everybody.
right?
it.
Build that motherfucker. Even I'm saying that shit.
If you build it, they will build tunnels even better.
There we go. There we go.
While the fence is getting built, the tunnels are getting
Yeah,
The tunnels are already there.
They're like, yeah,
the tunnels
build
are
the
there,
fucking-
but like they're even getting reinforced.
Build the fucking
Okay,
wall, we'll
now
go
we're gonna
over
have to
that bitch.
reinforce the tunnels because the fence is gonna be heavy on it.
Very true. Guy got
All
sports
right,
in there.
let's reinforce the tunnel so we can get through better. The products will go faster. Let's widen it while we're doing that.
We talk about everything on this show, jiu-jitsu and Trump.
Yeah, it all goes together because if it wasn't for Trump, we wouldn't be doing jiu-jitsu.
That's
I know,
right, baby.
and
Something like
at
that.
the end of the day,
Something like that.
at the end of the day, guys, we have better weed than Mexico. So like,
That's the most
I don't know why they're
important
It's
fucking.
legal in California now.
I don't know
and,
why they're trying to
Colorado,
transport
everywhere.
that shit
I mean,
underground in tunnels. Just grow that shit in your
Just,
backyard.
I think that's the new plan.
They need to just start just driving it across and it's all good. You know what I
Sorry,
mean?
bro.
We need to embrace Mexico because they're our
I love
neighbors.
Mexico,
and I
man.
love Mexico. You know, my family's from there.
Fuck
And-
yeah, bro.
And I'm
Them-
from here. I grew up on this side, they grew up there. It's okay.
They make
We're
the best
all the
tacos.
same. The only thing that's different is the language barrier. We all look the same. All you guys, Canelo lives in Mexico, looks kind of like you. You know, we all look sound, we all look
kinda
the
does,
same
bro,
over there, but
minus
the
the six
language
pack.
is different. That's it. What if we grew up in Mexico? We'd all be speaking Spanish fluently, all crazy. But we're on this side.
This was Mexico.
This is Mexico.
This was Mexico.
Exactly. So, but we ended up being Americanized, and that's why we're here. I grew up in California. And
America.
this is who I am.
Think of it like this: what are the odds that we just happen to be spit out of some dude's penis on this side of the wall?
Exactly.
You know
That's what
what I
happened.
mean?
My dad got crazy.
That's the
over
most
here.
random.
Hey, we got lucky as
Lucky,
fuck
man.
to
Lucky
fertilize
they went
that
out
egg,
night,
bro.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Each one of us are some strong ass motherfuckers.
We're
because
miracles, guys.
Out of who knows how many million,
It was a struggle from the beginning, right? It was a struggle from day one.
And now we're talking to people through fucking microphones.
And I
all
talked
over
to
the
my
world.
dad's friend from Selma that
Like,
grew up with my
through
dad.
fucking ether,
My dad, Angel Lopez.
They can hear what we're saying. That's
You know what I
crazy.
mean?
Man, this is here forever, man.
And we had a guy named Ruben that cuts my hair.
Some good ass weed.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we way too good out here in California. So, he cuts my hair and he told me, you know what? It's my dad's friend. They grew up in high school. He's like, yeah, me and your dad used to drink a beer in high school.
Isn't that amazing?
In Selma and the barrio, hanging out by Sal's and the grapevines.
Tell me this, guys.
Let's
What
some carnitas, bro.
I know
You
you're
know what I mean? Us, baby.
the Latino heritage.
Yeah.
Like I grew up in Birdland, Visalia, and I was like one of the only white kids in this neighborhood.
You were in the hood eating burritos, though.
Yeah, and I was. But what I noticed about these kids, like more than anyone else, is they always had like a real deep. It was like in their DNA when it came to fighting. Even if they didn't know how to fight, they were always down to fight, and they were. And more than that, they were always down to get your back.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they'll have
Like,
your back. Yeah,
Every
absolutely.
Saturday, the family got together. That's what they did. In
Yeah.
my
I
guess
family, I
it's not
grew up
where
in
it
Southern
comes from, but
California. That's what they
I
did.
never had no other friends like it. You know what I mean? And like my wife, she's from Puerto Vallarta.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when I go down there, I just take off. And people look at me crazy, tall, skinny white dude cruising through the street or whatever. But I got nothing but respect for those people down there, man. I love Mexico, dude.
Absolutely.
I really do, man. I love Mexico.
Dude, come on, man. Whites and Mexicans have been best friends for years. I mean, like in California and all that, like in America, it's just not a secret. Like, it's just the way it is. You know what I mean? In every Mexican hood, you'll see a white guy. In every white hood, you'll see a Mexican guy, or any other culture. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what your culture is. Everybody, there's cool people and sucky people in every race.
There's
And that's
love and
just,
there's hate.
Look,
there's
especially in
only
this
one race,
area.
and it's a human race.
Especially
though.
in this
Yes.
area, this is
You know
the
what I mean?
best
It's a human
market.
race. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
What-
At the end of the
built
day,
this
bro,
area was
tacos are life,
depression.
son.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, tacos are life.
Yeah.
El
You
Taco
know what I
Farm?
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
What the
who
fuck?
doesn't eat to, I eat every, what we're here for is to share our foods, every culture. I got Indian friends. They tell me how to eat. Asian friends. They show
Indian
me how to eat.
tacos.
Mexican friends.
Sopes.
They show me how to eat. Puerto Ricans, they show me how to eat. Puerto Rican,
Mofongo.
right?
You ever had a
I'm
Puerto Rican taco?
Mexican,
You ever had
Portuguese.
mofongo?
It's all good.
I think I have.
I did my Ancestry.com.
Sounds
I
like
got
I
like
wanna
every
try
race in
that.
me. You know what I mean?
That's
I'm
something
from
I'm trying to do
Europe.
that.
I
That's
didn't
too
realize I'm from
complicated.
Europe in my Ancestry.com.
Have you done it? Have you done it?
Yeah, I did that. My
And
wife
what
got
are you
me
got
that.
in
My
there?
wife got me that. Yeah.
You must have some Genghis
I have
Khan
that.
in your ass.
Yeah, I'm like
Liberian.
55% European, you know what I mean?
This
Yeah,
guy's
just
got
call it
Alexander
that, you
the
know.
Great in him or some
I'm like 55% European, and then that makes sense because my mom's Portuguese,
Yeah.
Mexican, grew up Mexican, but her, family possibly comes from Portugal. Silva's the last name.
Yeah.
And then my grandpa comes from Michoacan, Mexico, but then they all got light eyes,
Yeah.
blue eyes, green eyes. And then
They were raped by the Spaniards,
Yeah,
that's why.
so it comes,
Yeah.
that's how it happened.
Yeah.
They were raped, they were
Their
raped.
ancestors,
So,
that's the way it goes.
however it happened.
That's the way it goes,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, so,
Like,
yeah, it's amazing.
Mexico was invaded by Spain,
Yeah,
and
so-
there were light-skinned cats, and
Yeah,
that's
it's all colors. Yeah,
that's what happens.
My brother, how we doing on time?
We're good. We're gonna go OT and you guys go 9. I think it's a good crew, man. Just keep going.
Guys, for a second here, let's take a little time to give a shout out to our sponsor. Hey, we're right here at the Selma Spike and Rail. You want to get a badass steak, a ribeye, a top sirloin with a little whiskey au jus sauce? Maybe you're a vegan and
Hey,
you
bro,
want to
why
get
you
a nice
talking so
salad.
sexy all of a sudden, bro?
Right. Hey,
Voice.
Right? His whole voice, demeanor changed.
damn, you see that? Hey, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about no tough ass steak. I'm talking about a steak you can dig into and that juice just flows out.
Medium
And it
rare.
melts in your
Medium
mouth.
rare.
Damn.
Medium rare.
Ooh, I like mine rare.
And who is our other? We got another good sponsor too, Glepler Communications, for the finest in communications. And I want to give a real quick prop out to Mark Dela Cruz, Dan and Dave Camarillo,
Yeah.
Tom Knox Skate, Elite Martial Arts,
Holla.
and you guys give some shots to your guys real quick, please.
Shout out. I want to give a shout out to my professors, Mauricio Tinguia,
Yes.
Speedy, and Ray Alvarado. I want to give a sponsor out to Luke Choke, to Rayo, geese. They got some sick geese, and I appreciate the, letting
Rayo?
Yeah, Rayo.
Okay.
Yeah, Rayo, awesome. So, all right.
Julio?
Shout out to everybody that does jiu-jitsu.
Shout out to everybody out there doing jiu-jitsu.
That's
Keep it
right
up.
there.
Keep it up.
My man,
MMA, Eddie Aguirre, man.
Eddie Aguirre from MMA.
Fight.
Paisaya MMA.
That
You
guy
guys
kicks
need a good
ass.
gi. You need a good
He'll
price
hook
on
you
a
up,
gi.
man. He'll go in there and whatever
you
he
can't
says
afford it, he'll
online,
still
you go
hook
in
you
there,
up.
he'll cut you a deal, man.
James,
I don't got anybody. Like,
what the hell?
Hey, Channel 24 or
Say hi to
whatever.
someone else.
I don't like talking about work while I'm doing this.
Yeah, keep it fun. Keep it
That's
fun.
work.
There you go.
Today's your day off,
Yeah.
man. Today's your day off.
Hey, and a big thanks to our boys behind the cameras, man. Like
Yeah,
our producer,
Thanks to
Archie
Joe
Kumar.
and the kid.
And
And
thank
this,
you too.
we just call him the kid, this handsome young buck you guys don't see behind the camera right here.
Well, shout out to our professor Eduardo Rocha, who's also going to be competing at Master Worlds. And
Let's talk about that Master Worlds a little bit, guys. What's going on with that?
Well, we're all going out there to
I compete.
Vegas?
I compete on
Yeah, is it
Wednesday,
in
bro,
Vegas,
at
though?
2:00.
yeah, Vegas.
Matt
yeah.
too.
Matt, is it going to be?
Watch it on flowgrappling.com.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we
you
can
can
watch
watch
on
all
Flow
matches.
If you
Grappling.
got a
All
Flow
matches.
Grappling, if you got a Flow Grappling subscription, you can watch us.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
what's it take to get a Flow Grappling?
$10.
Yeah,
That's it?
$10.
Yeah.
So for $10, you can see some badass jujitsu.
Yep.
And you can watch the whole event.
See a lot of local people.
Hey, we got a lot
2
of
o'clock.
talent
Matt,
going.
What Matt do you want?
I don't know yet.
All
I
right.
forget.
They just barely recently posted the
Yeah,
brackets.
the brackets are up right now.
Yeah.
I'm on one of these
Recently.
maps, but I'll be out there on
Yeah.
some map trying to
Shout out
create
to
havoc.
And you will
Tachi Palace for having these up and coming prospects fights with
I can't
Anthony
wait.
Aguilar is going to be main event. He's one of our teammates. He's a fucking killer, bro.
Is he an up-and-comer?
Yeah, he's an
Congrats.
up and comer. He's going to be the main
Anthony
event there.
Who's he
Dude's a killer,
scrapping
bro.
with?
I don't
Not
even
sure
know,
yet?
bro.
Don't even matter.
There's an opponent, but I can't remember the fucker's name. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just
it's
the
gonna
guy
be a
trying to
war,
get
bro.
hit.
He's gonna come and fight, and we're gonna come and fight, and that's how it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And then in November, we got the Avalos brothers fighting.
Oh, so they train? Does Chris Avalos train
Chris,
you?
Chris,
Oh,
and
I wanna
Jose
get him on here.
Avalos.
Yeah.
Talk a little
They
bit
can-
about Chris Avalos because I follow him just through social media. Seems like a real humble kid, but he seems like he is really into it, man.
The kid's a beast, bro. Like when he first
dedicated.
first came into the gym, bro. Like
How old is that
He
kid?
and I were training
24.
partners. We were
24?
training every day, and he's a young kid.
With all you guys?
Yeah.
He's one of
Okay.
our like. When I say he's with us, we look at and talk about each other as one unit.
Yeah.
Because we're one team. We're not individuals. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So no matter where he trains at and who he trains with,
You got his back.
He's our teammate, and I got his back just like Bubba does, and everybody else on the team does, regardless if they see him once or every day. You know what I mean?
I see that kid going all the way.
He's tough, bro. The kid's talented, man. Does
he have his head on straight?
He's strong.
He's got his head
on
on
the
it.
outside
straight.
of, you know what I mean?
Him
On the
and his
outside of the
brother,
gym?
him and his brother, bro, are
Tough
like
guys.
they're very self-motivated. They're
Their feet are planted firmly on the ground. Shout out to their dad,
They're down,
Mario
bro.
Avalos. He's a good guy.
they're down, bro. They're fucking
Do
down.
you think
bro.
that the parents have a lot to do with kids like
Oh,
this?
definitely.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
really,
Cause
we're a
I-
product of our circumstances too, though, bro? You know.
was your dad
If we
there
don't-
for you when you were fighting, like around?
He always had my back, and would always like whatever I wanted to do. He was like,
How,
he was
how
like, "Let's do
important
it."
is that feeling, man, when you got your dad
You know,
there at a fight?
when it's happening right at that moment, bro? Like I was like, whether you're here or not, I don't give a fuck. But later on, after it's all fucking said and done,
Yeah.
like now that I have perspective looking back on it, I'm glad that they were there. You know what I mean? But
And what do
like,
your
right at
kids
the-
think, bro? Like, when they look at
Well,
your
my kids are
fights?
too young to.
They okay? So
They're
still-
1 and 2.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
okay.
they don't even know what I do.
But you're leaving a hardcore legacy, man, and they're gonna look back at that later on, and they're gonna be
That's
so
the
impressed,
whole
bro.
that's the whole point though. That's the whole point is because if I don't do anything and I fucking live under the radar the rest of my life, they're not gonna know, and people are not gonna know and appreciate all the sacrifices that were made to get to where you're at today.
Clashing
You know what I mean?
bones.
And you gotta just bust your ass, bro. Just bust your fucking ass every day and not give a fuck almost. You know
right.
what I mean? Who cares what anybody else says? How all the haters or negativity? You just fucking do you and focus on that and have a fucking bullseye on that, and you're gonna be successful on whatever you decide to do. If you don't and you stray, you're gonna fucking be out there rolling in the ether, never knowing what your full potential could have been.
And then you're gonna turn 50 years old and you're gonna be like, what the
What the fuck do I
better get it
have? What the
done
fuck
now,
do I have
so you
to
can be
show
a happy
for
old
it?
man.
You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you need something for your kids to remember you by, and you need to have touched so many people that they're gonna vouch for you and tell you how great you were to your kids, so that they can try to be better than what you were.
better leave a
Because
legacy.
at the end of the day, we always want to make life better for our kids. You know
What
I
is
mean?
the most important thing for you, like, to leave behind on this? When you're older, man, like, you know, say we make it up to 60, 70 years old, and you got your gym and everything, and you're gonna have a huge following.
You want to leave a good resume behind. What did you do with all your time? You know, I want to leave a path. I want to create a blazing path for my students, because if they should, you know, I have no fear, and they know that I don't fear nobody. I don't duck nobody. I compete against anybody. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna fight you just like I fight anybody else. I don't care. You're not.
And then after that,
That's
not
why I was
just
taught,
that,
and I teach
you're
my
completely
students.
humble about it.
And I'm humble about it because I respect them enough to fight them hard.
How many guys have you seen that go through a loss and they completely change and they can't
I mean,
handle it?
when I first started
That's a
jiu-jitsu,
mental thing.
I mean, you grow up wrestling and you're dominant on people, and then you go to jiu-jitsu and you get tapped out and you're
Yeah.
like, dude,
Even
I
though
thought
you're
I
on
was
top.
cool.
It can be
And I'm
testing
like,
for the mind.
Then it mess with your head a little bit when
Yeah.
you first start. I'm like, I thought I was cool. I go, wait a minute here.
I
And
fucking
it
suck.
and it woke me up. And my cousin Ismael Quintana told me, Angel, I saw something change in you when you lost that first time in jiu-jitsu.
And what happened?
And he's like, you woke up, I saw something wake up in you, and then after that,
That's
you
what it
just-
takes.
You went on a blazing path.
Now, would you
and
agree
boom.
some people can handle that and some can't, though?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Some people they quit.
Yeah.
They go to a tournament, they're
They
like,
go
wait
in
a
a
minute,
dark
this
hole.
is too tough. I'm out of here.
One thing-
I'm out of here because they can't handle it, because their egos are too big. They were like homecoming king in high school, and they think they're cool
Yeah.
or whatever, and they got this
Christians
chip
go
on their
home.
shoulder.
And then all of a sudden,
and
Cole
then all of a-
France comes
and all of a
along
sudden
and
they come in and they
The
think
nice
they're gonna muscle you.
babyface guy
They
comes
think
in
they're
and
gonna
fucks you
muscle
up.
you. They think they're gonna muscle you and beat you up, and then you
Yeah.
do something to them, and then they just can't handle it. They leave. I have people come to Halo all the time, and they're buffed out and all that, and they make excuses, and they're like, you know what, I gotta cancel my contract. I'm hurt. And then I see them working out a week later.
Yeah.
after that.
At GV3.
Yeah, GV3. I'm like,
Tell me this,
what
guys.
happened, dude? He goes, oh, my arm feels better now. I'm all,
Bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, you know
Curled
what they
again.
got? They got a bad case of the little bitches. That's what that is.
yeah, they got a bad.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Another thing
Case
about
of the
the
JJs.
another thing about the legacy that we were talking about earlier of leaving is your reputation. Like, how are people gonna perceive you?
That's
Are
what
they
I'm talking
gonna,
about.
Are they gonna be like, oh, that fool was a dick, or are they gonna be like, bro, that fool was awesome? You know what I mean?
Right. What do
And
you wanna
like,
leave
what are
behind?
you leaving behind for them?
Legacy.
Yeah, what are you leaving behind for them to remember you by? How will you be remembered? You know what I mean? All this shit fucking matters.
To me,
at least.
not just when I look at it. I mean, the people that I'm impressed with the most is how you can come over a loss. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
how
yeah.
you act after that.
You learn
and what
from
do you
it.
do from that? You know.
Yeah, but
can't
this
take it
is
to heart and
adversity.
eat
This is
you.
adversity.
Just
when,
with,
when
not
you
with
lose,
this, but
when,
with
when you
life.
lose, when you lose, guess what? There's another tournament coming around, and there's something you could do about it. You have a say in the outcome of the tournament of your match, where there's things in life that you might not be able to control or out of your control that you can't get a grasp on. Your family member might have cancer. Somebody passed away. Somebody, bad fortunes on some people, like there's people up north that
Life.
their house burned down. But then guess what? Here comes jiu-jitsu, and guess what? At the end of the day, you have a say-so of what happens on the mat. You have a say in the outcome, and you're gonna determine how hard you push, how hard you train. Because when you step on the mat and you look across, you know whether you've trained enough or not.
Yeah.
You know if this guy's gonna get me,
Ain't that the
or
truth?
you know,
Yeah, you know.
you know there's doubt. Like, man,
Before you
I
get
should
inside that
have
cage.
stayed home that one night instead of going out and drinking. Or hanging out
Or you
with the
shouldn't have
homies.
drank the night before,
But
right before the fight.
That's
Like,
some
God damn it, why did I take those shots this morning?
Like some people do a better job doing that than others.
Or too many follows the night before.
Yeah.
Why was I pounding this bitch the whole fucking time? What the fuck was I
too
thinking?
many. Palo duro.
Oh my gosh.
But legacy, legacy,
Double meaning, bro.
Wait, what is the nickname
Tell
again?
me.
Tell me again. What does it mean? What is the nickname?
Well, the nickname back
Bad
in the
motherfucker.
day was Mike El Palo Duro, which was
it
given
down
to
for
me
us.
by Jasper, and in Filipino means like Mike hits hard, but in Spanish it means
Hard stick.
hard stick. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Yeah, it's like going over.
and I got that question a lot, bro, from a lot of fucking, let's say friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, you want to see?
Is that what you meant, Jasper?
No, Jasper knew what the fuck he was doing, that asshole.
Jasper was a bad motherfucker.
He actually helped me out.
Is Jasper still around or what?
He is. He's
still
got a
around.
spot in downtown.
Now Jasper and his brother, hey, they were like, there was something else in the beginning when they came. There was
Eric?
nobody
Eric?
else. Yeah, Eric and Jasper. There was nobody else around here like those two guys. And you were.
Are you talking about as short as them?
You know what, handsome?
Nah, shit, look at talking shit.
Hey, no, you know what I mean? Legit Muay Thai. You were one of the first guys I seen go into the cage, putting down those leg kicks and knees, man. I'm serious, because you were in my weight class, and I just remember being like, honest. I'll be honest, man. I hope I don't get that phone call. Like I was telling, I'm serious, because I'm not ready for those fucking leg kicks, dude. Like you were putting it down.
Yeah,
kicks are, though.
They,
Did you get that from them?
all my striking was learned from Jasper
And you were training with LeVar too, right?
we were training with LeVar back in the day, and there was a lot of guys and
Billy,
females that came through
George.
Buhawi back in the day
Buhawi.
that ended up going on and doing bigger and better things. You know what I mean? On bigger shows, and a lot of people don't know about that background and where they came from and where they started and where they're at now. You know what I mean?
Just
They just
straight
see,
legit.
dude. It was. If we were able to stay together, bro, back in the day, we would have been a force to be reckoned with.
Hey, and like-
we would have been
Yeah, a lot
like
of good fighters.
we
Yeah.
would have been like the American top team or something of
Fresno.
Florida, but of Fresno. Like we
Hey,
would
and
have
like
been
you guys,
bad, bro.
You guys think you're doing like a little warm up before your class? These guys would make us run like 8 miles before the class even started, dude. Like I remember that was the warm up. Like it was like a freaking 8 to 10 mile run
Bro,
around
the warm
Fresno, dude.
the first
and then come back. We're just getting started.
the warm up eliminated half the people that showed up.
Right?
You know what I mean? And they were like,
It's for real.
Is that what they do in Thailand? Or
this
what?
just ain't for me. It's kind of like a lot of people might be able to go online and YouTube like the Tiger Muay Thai
Yeah.
initiations, and it was kind of like that.
What was
it
the
is-
idea behind that? To
What
get
it
you
is
tired?
it's
We
to weed
people
out
we
to weed out the
people
weaklings.
weed out the weaklings.
It's to
Mental
weed out the
toughness.
weaklings. It's not about how far you can go or how far you can push or if you're being first or if you're being second. It's about, are you gonna quit or not?
And then are
What
you
kind of
gonna
mental
come and
toughness
finish
do
the
you
class
have?
up
Are you
after
gonna
that
fucking
run?
go throw up, come back, and keep going? What kind of heart do you have? I want to know if you have that what we call the fighter spirit.
So how
If
many
you-
stuck with that?
Very few.
Very few.
Like I would say out of 100, maybe 10.
Because you, LeVar, and I forget the other white guy's name that trained with you guys, but he was a tough motherfucker.
There was a couple
Brandon
guys.
Cash,
I forget.
There
but
was
he
a
fought
couple-
like
Michael
tough
Riddy.
man.
There was a
Remember he
couple.
fought tough man?
There was a couple.
Pat
dudes.
Murphy, Pat Murphy,
Pat Murphy.
Yeah,
Pat
Pat Murphy. Pat Murphy was
Those are
badass. I got to
guys.
spar with
He
him a
was
couple
another
of
one,
times
man.
too.
That I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'd pass on that phone.
There was a
call,
lot
dude.
of
Like,
guys,
that's
bro, but
real
there was only
fucking
like a
dude right
core,
there, man.
core group of guys that
Evangelista
I can
brothers.
count on 1.5
You
hands.
guys had a tight little clique.
It was a very tight knit. It was very tight knit, and there
I
was only a
miss those
few of
days,
us.
man.
Did you ever go to War Gods?
Oh
That
yeah,
was
You
a
guys fought on
promotion.
it.
I fought. I
good.
fought there too.
I remember I
Because
went
Ralph
there.
Lopez fought on that one.
It was
Yeah, he
great.
did.
Yeah,
he
with
did.
Diaz, yeah.
I fought.
Ralph
Did he
Lopez
co-main
was your
event
Yeah,
with
that's
Frank
like
Sham or
Ken
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 Shamrock?
Shamrock.
Yeah. When
He
he
fought-
Tank Abbott was on it
And he
too.
fought. He
Him-
fought the fucking Grizzly. R.I.P.
yeah,
to the Grizzly.
yeah, R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. to the Grizzly.
I remember Raphael fought that one dude from the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know which one. I know which one. It was
That shit
very
was
tight.
crazy,
I don't
bro.
remember
Yeah,
his name.
it was
That shit's
badass.
crazy.
man.
That's when Zoila made her pro debut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On that card too.
That Buhawi facility you guys had, that's now like a flooring company.
Yeah.
That place was so dope.
It was dope, right? It was.
Yeah, well,
That's where I first
so
met
much
you.
mat space.
We had the cage in the
Yeah.
back, the ring in the front, the jiu-jitsu mat.
was
Yeah,
so
that
we
was
had
a
shit.
good
bags.
place.
We had a spot where we
badass
would watch
place.
the fucking fights, a lobby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this shit was dope, bro.
I remember
This
they
shit was
had the
dope.
sparring days.
Yeah,
man.
this shit was dope.
Out there
dude.
was like smoker. but they
So
call it
so
sparring
now
days.
if
Every
you
day.
Yeah.
that sparring you guys were doing back then, it was pretty much a real fight.
Yeah.
I've seen it and done it. Have you guys changed it up a little bit? Like what do you do now when you're in there sparring? Are you really going?
I don't
at it
spar
like
anymore,
that?
bro. I don't spar anymore. I'm done with that because for
What
medical
about your
reasons.
students though?
My students,
How
we
controlled
do
is it?
drill sparring. you never wanna put your guys through like heavy sparring on the regular. However, I feel like sparring is probably where you learn the absolute most.
Right.
Because it's a fight simulation. If you can trust your sparring partner to not fucking rip at and fuck you up,
Yeah.
then you can do what we call as drill sparring, which is more of a timing and a technique and like to refine how you enter and how you put together combinations, how you set shit up, how you look for openings.
So
when
is
you
it
move
10%,
off, like,
20%?
It's like 50%. But when I fucking throw, like, I'm not gonna really hit you hard.
Right.
I'm gonna throw fast, but I can control my technique, and I'm not gonna hit you.
You too? Same type
You
of
know,
idea?
when I fought back in the day, I only fought once, and it was fun. I had a good time. I said, I gotta jump in this cage sometime.
Yeah.
I truly thought I was gonna keep
You
fighting.
did really, really well.
Yeah, but I only fought once, and I'm 1-0.
Fuck it.
Retired
But you
undefeated.
know, I've trained with Mike and Ralph,
Yeah.
and it's fun, and they're good MMA coaches, these guys. I mean, you know, I've trained with them, sparred with them,
Yeah.
like you said, and they're professionals. They know
Experience.
how to. They got MMA experience,
Yes.
and they know what they're doing, and he's right about that, because you'll get brain damage if you go 100%
You
all
get
the
fucked
time.
up, bro. It's
Yeah.
not
You
straight.
know?
It's not right.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
And what about you, Julio? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, Mike's mentioned the MMA fighters that have come out of his gym. What about you? Do you have any MMA fighters you guys work
Yes,
with?
we do. We have Jesse James, you know, 559 belt holder. He's now professional. Stephen Bollinger, 559 belt holder, now professional. Scott Elizondo, 559 belt holder, working on going pro. He won the state belt as well. Chris Lewis, he won the state amateur belt. He's also
Yeah,
one of my
doing
students.
good, man.
Paul Reese, I helped him out with his jiu-jitsu, you know, a lot. Who else? Jermaine McDermott, he fought in Bellator.
So you got a pretty good love for MMA.
Yeah, so
I
And the
know
crazy
you-
yeah,
part
yeah, yeah.
is that a lot of those guys that this guy is mentioning also train with Jasper.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Yeah, no, they do stand up
Yeah.
with Jasper,
Yeah.
and then they come to me for the
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu.
okay.
So I'm the jiu-jitsu
So,
guy that
like,
gets all their ground in order, and then they go
The
out
whole
and fight.
MMA community, it's a very small
Yeah,
community.
we all work
you
together.
what
We
I
all
mean?
know each other. It's
Yeah.
small. you
Now,
know?
how's it working in Fresno right now with like PMA and the different schools? Do you guys get together and work with each other or what?
I got friends everywhere. You know, I got
Yeah.
friends.
I know you do, but I know a lot of the schools are real ego.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
there's some schools that are more open to training with people than other schools.
What do you think's the worry is? Are you think that they're afraid that they're gonna like my student's gonna go to your school and he's gonna like it better? He's
Old
gonna
school
switch up?
mentality, and
The
they need to
worry
let it
is-
go.
Or is it a loyalty
The
thing?
worry is
Yeah.
what they call in Brazil the crionche. And that, yeah,
crionche.
that's the guy that comes and trains with somebody, steals the techniques and takes them back.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they say
Shit poppers.
they say fuck you behind your back, but they're cool with you in your face.
And then they come over
just
and steal
come
that
and they
stuff.
take your shit, they go back
Yeah.
and they do their own fucking thing. And
You see what he just did at that fly?
look, it's
Mr.
right there.
Miyagi right
Look,
there.
it's right there. Look,
There was no chopsticks needed either.
look,
bro.
it's right there, bro. You can see that shit.
Put it back
You
in
brought
slow
that
mo.
camera over here.
Slow mo.
Don't make me hammer fisted, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I fucking almost. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is. But you know, for me, it's I train with everybody, teach with everybody. I learn from everybody. I learn from fucking white belts that come in still. You know what I
sir.
mean? Like
I learn from everybody.
stupid little shit that they do. It could be one little baby gem, and you learn that and you refine it and you add it to your game. It could be any. It could be a grip. How you fucking grab that grip. What you do before. It's little shit.
But
Mike
open
always
mind.
tells me
You have
what
to keep
works
it
for
open.
what works against you works for you also.
Exactly.
So then I start using, but then you know he leaves certain little parts out. So I'm like, damn it, he left that part out.
fucker.
And a lot of high-ranking instructors, like even though they're afraid to roll with like the white, but they don't want to look bad. Like
They
that.
almost hoard
I roll with
Mistakes
them.
though,
I roll
right?
with white belts if I want to.
And if they tap you,
I wanna
oh, well.
get hurt, you know, just kidding. I love white belts. They're
That's
the
true
truth.
though, bro. That's
No,
true.
it's just the
though.
reason why
there
is
is some
because,
truth to that,
because,
Angel.
They're
because
wild.
they're solid, and no, white belts are awesome. We need the white belts because we gotta
Grow.
train them.
We're
They
white
need to
belts.
grow.
We're all white belts.
We're all white belts, but we're white belts now with technique and smoothness and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, man.
So
Control.
yeah, control. And the reason why some don't want to, I think, is because they don't want to get like injured or embarrassed. But the ego, they need to lose the ego because they're already high belts.
Yeah.
Sometimes
So I
don't
roll
like-
with everybody, man.
Sometimes
my
I don't-
school, I'm like, want to roll? White belts come up to me and ask me, want to roll? I'm like, hell yeah, let's roll, man.
I hear nothing but good stuff there, Jim. Like we have.
want you to
good
come
stuff.
by sometime.
Oh, we'll be over there soon.
Okay,
We're gonna be over
that'd
there
be
soon.
awesome.
The only
Please.
thing about rolling with the lower belts is that sometimes they get frustrated and they don't know technically how to escape or control or do these things, and they explode to try to use their athleticism, or
It could be a bit
speed
wild.
or strength,
And
and
we
you end
calm
up
them
catching
down.
a fucking elbow. or a
Elbow,
knee
yeah,
and
they
shit.
whip their
And I'm
elbow
like,
around.
Oh, you fucking dick! But then at the same time, I'm like, you know what? That's kind of my fault because I wasn't as tight as I should have been
was
on your
over-
back, or I wasn't this, or I wasn't that. You got to figure out what you can do to fix that, not blame it on somebody else.
I had
Yeah.
a golf ball yesterday from one of my white belt students with 4 strikes, and he gave me like boom, and it went away. I put a little ice on it,
Yeah.
but I was so proud of him because he's rough, and I was like, Servando, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some-
Shout out to all the Halo Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, some-
And yeah, but he gave me a little nod
tap.
right here, and I was happy. I was like, dude, I love your toughness. That was totally not intentional. I know that you're getting a good guard.
Being
Your
aggressive.
legs are everywhere. I teach you how to get your legs wild and get your guard in order and don't let people control your legs. So I'm actually happy that happened. Keep it up and keep fighting hard.
Yo, what do we gotta do about a bathroom break though?
If you gotta take a bathroom break, it's all good, my brother.
Yeah, we're gonna be
I can just go drop
We
deuces
gotta
real
take,
quick.
we
and
gotta
come back.
take, we gotta take a break real quick anyways, guys.
we're gonna shut it down. in
I'm
a
just
couple
talking
minutes.
shit.
We're gonna, can you hold it for real minutes?
Yeah, I've been holding it for the past since
know
he said
me.
overtime.
Me too.
One random question is, talking about white belts, would you guys teach them leg locks? Or do you teach them leg locks?
Flat foot locks, that's legal.
I teach.
Okay, so flat foot lock, you mean just a straight ankle lock?
I'm a certified IBJJF rules certificate achievement.
How, okay.
No,
Hey, you just got that certificate,
I just got
though?
the certificate.
Hey, but now it's changed a little bit.
I'm happy
So
about
what belt do you have to be before you can reap with like heel hooks and inside heel hooks? Or
No,
foot
no
locks?
inside heel locks in the IBJJF at all.
At all?
No,
Period.
no, at all.
Really?
Period.
Okay.
In no-gi, in other leagues, of course you can, depends on the tournament. All tournaments are different, but IBJJF, no knee reach.
So you can do straight ankle locks and knee bars?
Yeah. So,
At what, the
at
blue
brown
belt?
Brown belt.
Not till brown belt?
Not
Remember,
to
it used to be
brown
blue belt.
No, it used to be purple, I believe, and now it's. Well, I mean, some tournaments blue belt you can do that.
Yeah.
Like grappling X.
Yeah.
Grappling X. Thank you. That's
Grappling
it.
games.
Yeah, grappling games, and but IBJJF, no, just a brown belt, toe holds, and knee bars at brown belt and stuff like that. That's it. It switches at brown.
Before
Because
we
brown's a black belt, basically.
before we leave this podcast, guys, I know the fight just got announced with Khabib and Conor. And hey, so
Let's go, Bean.
Hey, so how funny is it though? Like after he threw that dolly in the window and Dana White came on and he's like, "It's the most despicable thing the company's ever done." And then now it's the promo video.
Yeah. You see how they do it? It works.
Yeah.
It's
They
all
make
bad.
it work for them.
All publicity's good publicity.
I want to hear picks though. Let's get some picks.
It's all.
I think I'm gonna go with Habib,
And if you had to,
but I'm voting for Conor because he's the underdog. In
okay,
everyone
but
hates
if you
him.
had to
so
put
I
down,
would go for the
if
underdog.
you had to put your house mortgage down on it,
Khabib.
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 I agree.
Yeah.
I put money on a grand that fight don't even come off till later on.
I'm almost with you on that.
I was thinking the same fucking thing. If it even happens,
Yeah.
Okay, now if it doesn't happen,
Because
who do you
both of
think's
them
gonna
are
hop in?
notorious.
Who do you think's
Fucked
hopping
up
in
if it
there?
didn't.
nobody.
Person?
They're gonna fuck. Who's the co-main event? That'll be the main event.
All right,
Yeah, they haven't even announced nothing on that.
You know what I'm
It's just the
saying?
main fight.
I don't know if Khabib makes weight and if Conor even shows up without fucking breaking more windows and throwing dollars around.
Yeah.
Doing his noodle arms.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Let's not get in
Yeah.
trouble.
give me
Let's get to the fight.
location. Just give me location.
Let's get to the fight.
Hey man, you guys,
Say don't be
dude,
scared,
it's like
man.
a time machine in here, guys. This time goes by so quick.
I
You
know.
guys you guys are awesome, man. We're gonna get you guys back in here more often, dude.
Awesome,
Hey,
let's
bro,
do it,
we
man.
could
I
just
have
go
a
take a
great-
piss
great
break
time
and
with
come
all
back
you
and
guys.
keep going, bro. I'm with it.
Yeah.
Especially on the new segments that he's gonna be going out through visiting you guys' dojos.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
setting
that'd
up
be
with each
dope.
one of you guys.
Let
dude.
me know
Yeah.
already. Yeah, just
So
bring
you
the
guys
cat.
are all. We got the welcome.
Up to
Whenever.
Like tomorrow,
Okay.
Right?
And this
I'm like,
next,
you could
Hey, he's
come
got a month
yesterday.
off work.
Saturday morning, 9 a.m. tomorrow. If you want to come, it's
check
gonna be
it
a
out.
packed house at Halo.
I'll be there.
me and Archie and Chris will be in touch with you guys. This next month, we're gonna do some work. We're gonna be doing some work.
Okay.
So, yeah, we want to come around and I'll get on there and give me some of your best students and just have them roll me up. you know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Let's have some fun, man. We're
Yeah.
gonna have a good time.
I'll be there, bro.
I appreciate it, my brother.
All right,
Oh
guys.
yeah, hey
It's
Mike,
always good talking
before
to you, man.
November, Tachi, I heard through the grapevine that Art's gonna do his last fight. Well, I want both
Is
of you
he?
guys on here.
Which
Art-
are?
Art Hernandez.
Yes.
Hernandez?
Oh yeah,
A legend.
He works with Coach Ralph a little bit more than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew you guys were in that deal.
Yeah, we're
'Cause
still-
what's his name? The loudmouth. I used to manage that kid in his last fight,
Which one?
Armando.
Uh-huh,
And when all that
that
stuff
who he's
happened,
fighting?
no, he did last time. Armando
Okay.
did even train.
Who is Art fighting? Do you know?
That Emilio Huerta.
Okay. All right.
He's supposed to be, but Uni beat him.
Yeah. He's tough
Uni
though.
used to beat him.
Could be a good
He's
fight.
a tough guy. He's
Anything can
supposed to be
happen.
like 8-0 right now as a pro.
All right, man.
His coach was boasting that no one wants to
I'm
make
ready to
weight
take
to
a
fight.
leak and then hit the bar.
So,
All right.
We got open
Hey,
mat at 8.
guys.
He's forgetting we got open mat at 8.
Guys.
Still
Hey. One last thing for me, man. You could choose love or you could choose hate in this world. Choose love, man.
You can always choose cannabis.
You could always choose cannabis too. It also
there you
helps with
go,
love.
man. Let there be
That
light.
shit has a fucking chemical in it called fuck it. And that's what happens.
This is a PG.
There you go. Well, there you go.
That's a wrap, man. Thank
all
everybody for checking us out.
Hammerfist out.
Check us out next week on Wednesday. We return on Wednesday, and I understand Project there, Jeremy Nichon is going to be back on here.
The shows are going to be
Project, damn, I haven't heard him call that in a long time,
bro.
Jeremy
And,
puts it down.
We
We're
look
really proud
forward
of
to
Jeremy.
it. Tell a friend, man. Thanks for checking us out.
Sure.
Peace.
Good evening. Good weekend.
Be safe.
Yeah. That was awesome, man.
That's how we do it, man. Just like
That was
that.
my favorite one yet.
Just chopping it up, man.
Yeah, dude. Good to see you,
All
man.
right, James.
All right. Good seeing you, my man.
Good seeing you.
Make sure you guys be careful driving. Yeah, for sure, man. Gotta get you back out here.
I'm gonna be going.
Oh, you want to take a group picture?
We'll come before. Look at our next stop is going to be at Dan Camarillo School.
You go tell me.
I will. Yeah, I will. Dude. And after that, okay, Archie. So let's do Dan Camarillo, and then let's hit his school after that one.
Okay, cool. And I
You
get
think
back
you can get
from
in with
Japan
us
on
some
the
of those
14th.
inside the dojo with those?
Just let me know ahead of
Yeah,
time.
the 14th of
As long as I can
12th
get
of September.
some people to get
She
scheduled out.
knows more.